Okay, so this is Extinction by Stosky. It actually just got an AP score of, I believe it was an 81.25. It was a design submission. Yeah, 81.25. And actually, I was, I guess, able to see this right before it was finished and kind of give critique and suggestions. So this is kind of, I've seen this and looked at it and had the opportunity to look at it for quite a while. So yeah, starting out, we had the ticket boost here, which I believe it was Steve brought this up, and the builder had a good explanation for this, and that he kind of used this at a like an individual tickets per ride park, rather than a you buy tickets to enter the park. I can see. Doesn't really feel like it's a big enough park to have one sort of entrance fee, like a pay per ride. It's kind of like an individual attractions in this themed land that maybe to be part of a bigger, you know, like vacation area or whatever, and you pay to get into the bigger area. And this is just one little part or section of that, sort of like a resort or something. First thing I want to talk about is actually the foliage, which the amount of these little flower pieces that he uses is just mind-boggling. Like, there's so many little flower, and everything's just so dense and well colored and interesting. I think it adds to the park a ton, and it's kind of a shame that this kind of foliage isn't really possible with the bigger park or full scale park, simply because of the object limit. But it's just immaculate. I think it's so dense and really gives out that jungle vibe that that I would imagine this park would be set in. And here's the famous Jurassic Park gate. Actually, I don't really have any feelings towards the Jurassic Park movies. I mean, I've seen the first one, of course, and parts of the second one. I've not seen the new one or the third one, but so I'm not really basing this off my interpretation of the movie or how accurate it's to the movies. I'm kind of trying to view it as its own thing, because I definitely believe it stands up as its own thing and not, it's not relying on, a person's love for Jurassic Park or anything like that. But some people complain about this dinosaur being too fat. I think it's great. I mean, the integration of the objects with the architecture, placement, how you kind of like walk under it, I think it's really cool. Maybe you can color this so it blends in better. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, so you come to the visitor center. Nothing's really well done. The only thing that maybe could have been better is that it would have been orientated so that you see the signs when you enter the park or go through the gate. But I don't know if in the movie it's not like that or anything. So, and just looking at the building itself, it's just incredible. I mean, again, it has great integration of the track architecture with the default objects, and it uses these thatched roof that I don't know if I've ever seen used in a modern RCT park. It's nice little souvenir areas to kind of add color. There's the monorail. This station's really nice. And I like how everything has a backstage area that you would expect to. Like there's one for the transfer, and I think a lot of people don't really pay attention to that kind of stuff, unless they're doing, you know, super strict realism. But I like how we add these, and it's not just trees or whatever. I think it adds more content and makes it a little bit more interesting than just having trees. I'm sure some people say, oh, it's just ugly and gray, but I think it's cool. Backstage areas, especially like this and back here, has a lot more content, believability, I think. So again, coming around, this Rainforest Cafe is just incredible, I think. It's like these little entrances and the foliage draped over the thing. I don't know what this is called. When you have like the roofing kind of like this, but the tower's really nice. Pretty cool. Again, foliage is just incredible here. Whole place flat, I think. I don't know about the colors, but again, I think everything's colored pretty well. This is pretty much impossible to color. I don't even know if I could find anything that looks good. Oh, maybe that. I don't know. I'm sure it's up to opinion, but I have a custom flat here, which is really nice. The only thing I would say about this is that it's kind of dark, so you don't really see it, and it doesn't really stand out. But I mean, everything around it is just awesome to look at. This entrance is really cool. You have another cafe building right here. I would have liked to have seen the benches on the tables here, but that's kind of a minor thing. Another thing to say is that there's actually a decent bit of terrain in this park. Which is cool. I think he integrated really well, and it's not forced or anything. You know, I like how he has this giant, tall sort of landmass that kind of separates this area, the raft ride, and he has like this barrier for the backstage area. It's all really nicely done. And he uses the zip line ride in the manual, which is cool. And then rapids, which is extremely well done, I think. Awesome station. Again, the use of track architecture in this park is just off the charts, I think. Probably rivals, in my opinion, some of the more old school builders like Koompa, who have a mastery of track architecture. Rapids ride is really cool as well. A lot of different elements, and goes through this indoor area, which is a drop, and goes under the waterfall. All these dinosaurs around it, which is really cool. Another thing too is that he has good stats. I always struggle to get good stats in my custom for Rapids rides to where guests actually ride them a lot. So that's really cool. Lots of great integration with the path here, and it's really, really well done and placed. I guess we're gonna save the coast for last. Just coming around again, really nice buildings. Really nice monorail station. I'm not really sold on the color of this. I think this is like the only orange thing in the entire park, so that's kind of weird that stands out. But again, foliage here is just amazing. Some more really awesome buildings. I really like this drop tower ride, how kind of inside this area created by the layout of the invert. Nice gift shot and some nice buildings. A little midway game, which is cool. I don't know if that's like the only one in the park. I don't know if I've seen another one, but it's just cool to be there. I think it's like the Universal vibe. You get this custom flag, which is pretty well done. Obviously, you know, you always want to see kind of like the hidden ride under it, so you actually have queue. But considering what's here, it's pretty amazing. This building's great too. This is a sunglasses stall or something like that. It's awesome. This is the custom sign. And this is the theater room. Really well done. Cool sort of facade and dinosaur integration. It's really well done. It almost feels like a area that was like added on to the park later. Kind of like differently colored and seems a little bit different. Which is cool. Kind of gives it some variety and almost like a timeline effect. Again, just amazing foliage. This custom sign is really, really good. I like this. The pointing towards like the parking lot and the dinosaur. Not really sold on these umbrellas. I think it's like the only ones of this size in the park. And the benches here are also, don't really know if they fit that well. But and then we have these sort of like exit area buildings. Kind of like a bush park. Although it's kind of weird how he has these exit gates because of the fact that he has the ticket stalls. But I mean, that's kind of a minor thing. It's better that he has something here rather than just nothing. I mean, the buildings themselves are really, really well done. I think these are probably like the best turnstiles or whatever you call them I've ever seen. So can't fault them for that. And we come to the Jungle Safari, which has probably one of the best stations for a non-roller coaster, maybe ever, that I've ever seen in RCT. I mean, the building is probably about as good as you can get in RCT. I don't know what else you could do to this to make it better. It's perfectly done, I think. And then, I believe we changed this recently